I'm here with John Hawthorne of Florborough Farms in Nottinghamshire, and we're here to talk to him about the new Lexion 770, which he took at the end of June as a pre-series model. It's a particularly wet day, so obviously there's no combining to be done, but I've decided to come and have a chat with him anyway. So John, have you had Lexions before?
Yes, we're on our fourth Lexion. We had a 480 for 2 years, a 580 for 2 years with a 9-metre header. We then upgraded to a 580 when that came out 2 years after that. We then had the first 600, which we had with the 9-metre header. As soon as the 10.5-metre header came out, after 2 years we had that. And this year we're on our third 600, which is on a 12-metre header, and we have it for this year for the first time.
So what's different about this Lexion from your previous 600?
The biggest difference is the cab, which is far more spacious, far quieter than the old one. The hydraulics have been completely reworked so that there's more horsepower available from a thrashing point of view. It's got the new CBIS, which is the colour version and far more up to date than the original CBIS, which in conjunction with its hotkeys, where you can instantly go into menus of things that you use regularly and want to use all the time, and that works very well. It's also got the CMOS here, which is the optimization part of the combine, where you basically tell it you've got a dirty sample and it gives you 20 options and then puts them into action for you. And on a little graph thing inside, it shows you whether what it's changed is better or worse than what you were doing in the first place, which works very well. It makes you do things that you want to normally done. And then at the same time, this also has the GPS steering module on it, which steers the combine rather than the laser pilots.
So that doesn't look like a normal Lexion joystick. What's different about that then?
I think this is the new development handset which they're trying, which is just far more ergonomic in that your hand just naturally fits on it and everything is in the right place. There's even a switch around the bottom, around the back, which does your vario backwards and forwards or left and right on the header, which just is where your fingers are.
So you get on better with this than the previous joystick, do you think?
I do. I just think it's more ergonomic,
yeah,
which is what I like about it. And it's got holes in it here so it doesn't get sweaty, which is what I think originally happened. The one on the right here is the hotkey, which is where you can turn it to instantly in this example it's for the header, and then you can change the header settings instantly just by changing this knob here, because the combine isn't going, there's nothing there. And then if you've got different menus like you have, you can switch across to the different bits of the header and then change the heading, and it's instantly saved as soon as you've used it. So you get back there and you can go around from header to the combine with the switches there, and you can just change the different proportions as you've got small lands when you're finishing off. Round to your hectolitre weight, and then flags. You have flags here where you can select 1 to 4 flags and turn them on and off like that. And that comes around to the straw spreader, where you can bias it to the left or to the right, or put more in the middle by these knobs up here. You come round to this is the bomb doors, as they call them, on the rotor, where you can just open them by twiddling the knob here, 1, 2, 3. But you have to have the front end disengaged to use that, which is a bit of a shame. You can't do it on the go. When you come round to here, this is the one that I normally live in, which is your cruise control window, which would normally on here show you where the height of you've got the front elevator settings set to what you're actually doing. And that's also very good because it works with the loss control, such that if you have it selected, it will show you in the window that you're slowing down because you've got greater sieve loss or greater separation loss. And what's new this year is that when you start to unload, you get a little icon here with the unloader auger showing you that it reduces your speed by 10%. And if you decide that, well, that's unnecessary, you just press the auto key here again on the handset, and that takes you back up to normal speed, which is very good. That is.
So you're still operating at the speed you would have been doing.
You're still operating, and it'll still slow down if you come to if your engine gets to 100%, or if the clock gets too thick, it'll still slow you down. But it's not building in 10%, which is what it always used to do, which used to annoy you.
And with the cruise control, you said you've used that a lot more this year, rather than last year. It was more unfavourable.
I just think it works so much better. I bet we've used it 97% of the time, even on headlands and in short rounds and everywhere. You just use it, it just becomes part of using it. It's so sort of trustworthy, especially in green rape or at night when it's getting damp. It's just very good.
What things do you think Claas is still yet to improve upon?
I think there's two problems in the cab, even though it's a lovely big cab now, is the fact that the window line is much higher. So when you get the evening sun, you're just blinded by the sunlight coming in there at the low angle. And the other thing that is really annoying is that in the old combine, you could set the climate control to 19 degrees centigrade and it would stay on that figure 24/7. Whereas now, during the course of the day, you have to have this on 15 or 16 during the daytime to get it anything like cold enough. And by late afternoon, you have to turn it up to 23, otherwise it's too cold. What you also can't do on this, which is the biggest thing, is that you can't put an AB line in when you're doing your headlands. If you make an AB line, it's a new job, you have to make the AB line. So if you're going around the field for the second time, because you often forget to do it the first time, you want to put your AB line in. When you're driving down that second headland for the first time, to put the AB line in, you have to still be steering it manually, because you can't be in headland mode, put the AB line in like you can on the Topcon one. You have to manually drive it and put the AB line in, which is a very negative step.
Yeah.
It chops the straw very well, but it doesn't go, the power spread of it doesn't oscillate backwards and forwards anything like fast enough. It needs to go faster, and it also needs to be that when you go faster, the speed ought to oscillate faster, so that you get the same spread. You get very zigzaggy straw lines at the moment, which is a bit of a disappointment after the old spreader.
Which was much better.
Yeah.